Welcome to Originals Tea. Premium tea manufacturer since 2019. Can tea be made in an electric kettle? While tea is perhaps the most accessible drink around the world yet, there are times when you find yourself worried if you are going to get a warm cup of tea where you are willing to spend some time. For regular drinkers, it is indeed a traumatizing event. A day or two without a cup of tea. Nah, perhaps the trip isn't worth it after all. In came an invention to the rescue. An electric kettle is probably one of the greatest inventions of modern times. Be it a regular snack, or warm water, or even beverages like tea, your electric kettle got it covered for you in no time. Wait, did I just mention tea? Can tea be made in an electric kettle? Although tea can be brewed using an electric kettle directly, but it is not usually recommended to brew a cup of tea by boiling the leaves. Instead, you can use an electric kettle to heat water which can be poured over the tea leaves to enjoy the infusion. Breaking down the question further, how do you ideally brew a cup of tea? And how can an electric kettle help in the process? How to brew a cup of tea? Answering the question in parts, you can brew tea in specific methods, all of which involves warm water. According to studies, tea leaves should not be brought under direct heat while brewing. The instruction seems simple, but it involves lots of science around it. Even while brewing your regular cup of tea, remember, you are not meant to boil the leaves along with the water. You are only meant to pour warm water over tea leaves and wait for the infusion. Yes, this is quite a claim to make, but there are scientific reasons to support the statement. Tea leaves contain tannins. Tannins are responsible for the tea to taste like, well, you know, tea. Well, what are tannins? Tannins are a yellowish or brownish bitter-tasting organic substance present in some galls, barks, and other plant tissues. Tannins come naturally in tea plants. Tannins are partly responsible for the bitterness that tea generally exhibits. Don't get me wrong here, tannins are actually quite beneficial for our bodies. Researches show that tannins may provide health benefits due to their antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. In general, the goodness that you associate with tea as a beverage is primarily due to the presence of tannins in tea, in abundant quantities. But when you heat your tender tea leaves to an extent beyond their capacity, excess tannins are released, which is bound to make your cup of tea bitter. Tea leaves lose their ability to form a proper brew due to the excess heat by over-releasing the nutrients it is loaded with. Besides being bitter or somewhat astringent in taste, excess tannins can also be a problem for your body. Tannins easily bind with other compounds. This is why boiling tea for a long duration will give a pleasantly bitter, dry flavor, but it can also impair certain digestive processes. In large amounts, tannins can cause side effects such as stomach irritation, nausea, vomiting, and liver damage. Brewing a proper cup of tea is associated with maintaining an appropriate balance between the tannins. Tannins are astringents, that is, plant polyphenols that cling to proteins. It appears to be bitter because it causes a drying sensation inside our mouth. The feeling is similar to the sensation caused by dry wine, or by the skin of a grape, or even the sense caused by unripe fruits. So, it does make sense when experts ask you to just pour boiling water over the tea leaves and wait for the infusion, rather than just boiling the leaves along. Ideally, take a spoonful of tea leaf into a clean teapot. Warm your cup of water and pour the water over the leaves and inside the pot and close the lid. Wait for some time, about 4 to 6 minutes, depending upon the variety of leaf you wish to brew, strain the infusion and enjoy your warm, guilt-free tea. So, answering the age-old question involved with brewing tea, you pour hot water on the leaves, not the leaves, directly into the heat. Now you know how to brew your beautiful cup of tea. How can electric kettle help in the process? Well, electric kettles are the handiest instruments used for heating your cup of water. Whether you are out camping or you are chilling at your bedroom, an electric kettle serves most of your purpose by easily boiling the cup of water, hassle-free and clean. Well, that is precisely what you need for a warm cup of tea. Be it of any type or grade, be it tea bags, just a warm cup of water is all you need to brew a lovely cuppa for yourself. So, essentially, electric kettles can help you brew your favorite cup by providing you with hot water to brew your tea. Can you make tea in the kettle itself? Well, technically, yes, but it is not recommended. Why would you even need to brew a cup of tea with the tea leaves inside the kettle? Just pour warm water over the tea leaves, and you are good to go. An electric kettle is the best possible equipment you can use to brew yourself a cup of tea, anytime and anywhere you feel like. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.